Ukrainian army has struck with MiG-29 fighter a Russian army command post in Oleshki city in Ukraine's southern Kherson region. The strike was delivered with American high-precision GBU-62 aerial bomb provided to Ukraine as part of U.S. military aid. A video posted on Telegram channel of Ukrainian military shows the moment of the strike followed by a strong explosion in the command post. The precise strike by MiG-29 killed Russia's high-ranking officer staff along with military equipment in Oleshki, the Telegram channel reported, stressing that such strikes deprive Russian forces of clear control, while also significantly demoralize the manpower. Ukrainian Air Force has stepped up attacks on Russia's command posts and positions both in Ukraine and across Russian territory. On March 27, Ukraine's Air Force struck the Pogor border checkpoint in Russia's Bryansk region, destroying its military infrastructure, and reportedly killing between 15 and 40 Russian soldiers. It should be noted that Russia has rejected US-brokered 30-day ceasefire along the entire front line.
In the Belgorod region, the Ukrainian armed forces are very actively using drones, not allowing the Russian army to even show its face. One of the most popular ZWAR correspondents in the Russian Federation, Filatov, spoke frankly about this, Dialogue.ua reports. There are several hundred FPV hits per day in the Belgorod region. Surprising? No. The Ukrainians openly said that 1 million drones was the goal for the year. It is likely that they exceeded it. The propagandist wrote. He specified that FPV drone strikes in the Pokrovsky direction are not in the hundreds, but in the thousands. The Russian army is lagging far behind in this matter. We have an acute shortage of FPV. The list and nomenclature are extremely meager. The number of damaged vehicles on the roads is growing. Filatov wrote. He also complained about the chaos in the management of the Russian armed forces. According to him, the problems are in logistics, electronic warfare, mining, etc. You get closer to the front and it begins. Chaotic mining, lack of understanding of who is who and what he is doing here. The sky is behind the enemy and many other illogical things. Driving along the road is like a fun game of Russian roulette, wrote ZWAR correspondent. Recently, Ukraine's Air Force struck the Pogor border checkpoint in Russia's Bryansk Oblast, destroying its military infrastructure and killing dozens of Russian troops. The General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces reported, Ukraine has repeatedly recorded drone launches from the area of the Pogor checkpoint, and its destruction reduces Russia's ability to threaten Ukrainian forces in the Sumy and Kursk oblasts, according to the statement. As a result of the attack, the military infrastructure of the checkpoint was destroyed, along with means of communication and electronic warfare, as well as video surveillance system and other technical means, the General Staff said. Between 15 and 40 Russian soldiers were reportedly killed in the strike. The Pogor checkpoint lies close to the village of Sluchovsk, just across the border with Ukraine's northeastern Chernihiv Oblast. This airstrike was a response to cynical actions of the Russian military, which continues terror against Ukraine by daily launching dozens of strike drones into populated areas, destroying civilian infrastructure and residential buildings, and killing peaceful Ukrainian citizens. The statement read, in annexed Crimea, North Korean self-propelled artillery units were spotted for the first time during transportation to the Russian-Ukrainian front. Earlier, the Ukrainian armed forces had already destroyed 5 such guns. According to the latest intelligence data, Russia has received hundreds of such guns from North Korea. Krim.Reli investigated what is known about these deliveries and what the combat capabilities of this type of weapon are. Russia is transferring North Korean military equipment to the front through annexed Crimea, writes the Crimean Wind Telegram channel. A military train with self-propelled artillery units, Koksan, made in North Korea, was spotted at a railway station in the north of the peninsula. 7 to 8 self-propelled guns, as well as military trucks, were being transported on railway platforms. Krymsky Vita notes and publishes a photo of the self-propelled gun Koksan. In mid-November 2024, Russian pro-war Telegram channels published a photo of a North Korean artillery system in Russia. The photo shows a 170mm self-propelled artillery unit mounted on a railway platform, which is non-standard for the Russian army. The system is known as the M1989 Koksan, made in North Korea. The date and location of the photo are unknown. There have been no previous reports of North Korean artillery supplies to Russia. A few days later, the Financial Times, citing a Ukrainian intelligence report, wrote that North Korea could have supplied Russia with up to 50 M1978 Koksan self-propelled guns and 20 M1991 MLRS. In January, Kirill Budanov, head of the main intelligence directorate of the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, told the war zone that North Korea had supplied Russia with about 120 M1989 Koksan, 170mm self-propelled artillery guns and 120 M1991 240mm multiple launch rocket systems over the past 3 months, and would likely supply at least as many more in the future. They have a lot of these systems, Budanov said. Budanov noted that most of these weapons are either used against Ukrainian troops in Ukraine or for exercises in Russia. The 170mm guns have powerful ammunition and good capabilities, the head of the HUR noted. According to Budanov, the new North Korean troops will strengthen Russia's long-range firepower both in Kursk and in Ukraine. Ukrainian defenders managed to destroy a North Korean-made Koksan self-propelled artillery unit for the first time on February the 18th. On March the 18th, aerial reconnaissance aircraft of the 14th Separate Unmanned Aviation Regiment, together with Ukrainian artillerymen, discovered and destroyed 3 M1978 Koksan self-propelled artillery units in the Kursk region. Ukrainian Armed Forces reports mention 2 modifications of the Koksan self-propelled guns, M1978 and M1989. They differ significantly in appearance and combat characteristics. The Koksan self-propelled gun was developed in the DPRK in the 1970s. To fire large caliber shells across the demilitarized zone into South Korea, while remaining out of range of South Korean artillery.